Struggling to remember names, appointments, or where you put your keys? In this video, Boost Memory Fast, this morning routine will surprise you. You'll discover a shockingly simple habit backed by neuroscience that can rewire your brain and sharpen your memory starting tomorrow morning. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went there? Or struggled to recall someone's name even though you just met them last week? You might laugh it off, blame it on stress, or even say, "I'm just getting older." But deep down, it can be frustrating, even scary. And the truth is, these moments of forgetfulness are not just harmless slips. They're signs that your brain might not be getting what it needs. And often, it all begins with how you start your day. You see, when you wake up, your brain is at a critical moment. It's been working all night to clear waste, process memories, and reset itself. Now it's ready for a fresh start. It's like a dry sponge, waiting to soak in whatever you give it. And most people, they feed it stress, noise, rushed routines, skipped meals, endless scrolling. Then they wonder why they feel foggy, forgetful, or distracted. But it's not your age. It's not bad luck. It's your morning habits. Scientists have found that your brain's ability to form and recall memories, called neuroplasticity, is at its peak right after waking. This means the choices you make during those first 30 to 60 minutes shape your brain's performance for the rest of the day. Think about that. The first hour after waking holds the power to make or break your focus, mood, memory, and even your long-term brain health. It's not magic. It's biology. But most people waste this golden window. They wake up late, check their phones, skip breakfast, fill their minds with worry and distraction before their feet even hit the floor. That's not just a bad habit. It's like giving you your brain-broken tools to build your day. And over time, it adds up. You start feeling like you're slipping, like you're not as sharp as you once were. But here's the good news. This cycle can be reversed. And it doesn't take a major life overhaul. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m., meditate for an hour, or drink strange smoothies. You just need a better rhythm, one that matches your brain's natural flow, one that turns your mornings into a launch pad for clarity and confidence. If you want to stop feeling like your memory is slipping, if you want to regain your focus, mental energy, and peace of mind, it starts with what you do in the morning. And what you're about to discover may surprise you, because it's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things at the right time for your brain. In the next section, we'll explore the science behind your morning brain, why this time of day is so powerful, and how you can unlock it to boost memory, focus, and clarity faster than you ever thought possible. Let's talk about something that's rarely taught in school, but it can change how your brain works for the rest of your life. Your memory, your focus, your mental energy, all of it can be improved faster than you think. And it starts with timing. Neuroscience shows that the first hour after waking is one of the most powerful windows for brain performance. And yet, most people waste it without ever realizing what they're giving up. During the night, your brain enters a deep state of repair. It organizes your thoughts, clears out toxins, and resets important hormones. When you open your eyes in the morning, your brain is freshly rewired and highly plastic. That means it's more flexible, more ready to learn, to focus, and to absorb. According to researchers at Harvard and Stanford, the neural connections that support learning, memory, and attention are more active and responsive in those first 60 minutes of the day than almost any other time. That's not hype, that's biology. And your body is supporting this too. When you wake up, your cortisol levels spike naturally, not because of stress, but because your brain is preparing you to be alert and productive. This cortisol awakening response is like a mental ignition switch. But what you do in those moments after it kicks in determines how effective that spark becomes. If you fuel it right, your brain soars. If you fuel it wrong, your memory suffers, your energy drops, and your focus fades. Here's where most people go wrong. Instead of aligning with that biological rhythm, they go against it. They grab their phones, scroll through social media, respond to stress-inducing messages before even brushing their teeth. They skip water, skip food. They sit in the dark or under artificial light. All these things confuse your brain. It's expecting clarity, but it's getting chaos. Science shows that things like hydration, light exposure, movement, and calm breathing, all in the morning, significantly increase blood flow to the brain. They wake up your prefrontal cortex, which is the command center for memory and decision-making. Even 5 minutes of intentional movement can improve working memory by as much as 20%, according to studies from the University of British Columbia. And a calm, focused breathing practice first thing can actually reduce cortisol and improve hippocampal function, the very part of the brain responsible for forming memories. You don't need to do everything. You just need a small, consistent morning pattern, one that trains your brain to expect clarity instead of confusion. When you give your mind a clean, quiet, and focused start, you activate systems that stay with you for hours. It's like giving your brain a head start in a race most people don't even know they're running. And here's the exciting part. The routine that unlocks all of this isn't complicated. In fact, it's surprisingly simple. And it's coming up next. You're about to learn the exact steps you can take tomorrow morning to start boosting your memory, your mood, and your focus in just minutes a day. Now it's time to unlock the secret you've been waiting for. What if I told you that you could sharpen your memory, boost your focus, and feel mentally clear, all before 8 a.m., with just a few simple steps? You don't need expensive tools. You don't need an hour of free time. What you need is a brain-aligned routine, a short, consistent sequence that tells your mind, you are safe, you are strong, you are ready. Let's break it down. Step 1, hydration. The moment you wake up, drink a full glass of water, ideally with a pinch of sea salt or a slice of lemon. Your brain is 75% water. After 7 to 8 hours without fluid, even slight dehydration can shrink brain tissue and impair short-term memory. That first glass isn't just refreshing, it's brain fuel. You're not waking up tired, you're waking up dehydrated. Fix that first. Step 2, natural light. Within 15 to 30 minutes of waking, expose your eyes to sunlight. Step outside, stand by a window, let the light hit your face. Sunlight stimulates the release of serotonin, a mood stabilizer that also supports memory and focus. It also sets your circadian rhythm, which helps your brain feel more alert during the day and makes it easier to fall asleep at night. 2 to 5 minutes is enough. No light? Use a daylight lamp. Your brain won't know the difference. Step 3, movement. This doesn't mean a full workout, just 5 to 10 minutes of light stretching, walking, or deep breathing exercises. Movement sends oxygen and blood to your brain's executive center, the prefrontal cortex. This area controls working memory, judgment, and decision-making. Studies show that light morning activity improves verbal memory, reaction time, and mental flexibility. You're not trying to sweat, you're trying to wake up your mind. Step 4, stillness and gratitude. This part is powerful. Sit down, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and think of one thing you're thankful for. Just one. It could be your health, a memory, a person. Gratitude activates the hippocampus and amygdala, 2 areas crucial for emotional balance and long-term memory. You're teaching your brain to focus on what matters instead of what distracts. Just 2 to 5 minutes can lower stress and create a calm mental space for learning and remembering. Step 5, nourishment and intention. Eat a brain-friendly breakfast, something with healthy fats, fiber, and protein. Eggs, nuts, berries, avocado toast. Avoid sugar and processed carbs, which spike and crash your energy. While you eat, speak an intention out loud. Something simple like, "Today I am focused and clear." This isn't just motivational fluff. It programs your brain's reticular activating system, the part that filters your reality, to focus on what you tell it matters. This routine, start to finish, takes less than 30 minutes. It costs almost nothing. But what it gives you is priceless. Stronger memory, sharper focus, calmer thinking. Do it for one day and you'll feel the difference. Do it for 1 week and your brain will thank you. Do it for 1 month and you'll never want to go back. Coming up next, the real reason people don't stick to these routines and how to overcome the emotional blocks that are holding you back from the clarity you deserve. You've now seen how powerful a morning routine can be. It's simple, it's science-backed, it works. So why do so many people learn these tools and still never use them? Why do we keep going back to old habits that leave us tired, forgetful, and overwhelmed? The truth is, the biggest obstacles to mental clarity are not outside of you, they're inside your mind. And one of the most damaging ones is the belief that you can't change. Maybe you've told yourself, I've always been forgetful, or I'm too old to build new habits. Maybe someone said it to you and you started believing it. These thoughts aren't just discouraging, they're dangerous. Because what you tell yourself becomes the instructions your brain follows. If you say, I can't remember names, your brain stops trying. If you say, I'm bad at routines, your actions will prove it. But what if the opposite were true? What if your memory wasn't broken, just undertrained? What if your brain was still capable of growing, adapting, and sharpening, and it was simply waiting for you to believe it? That's what the science says. Neuroplasticity doesn't stop at age 25. In fact, some studies show it continues into your 70s and 80s if you keep using it. Your brain is like a muscle. Use it with purpose, and it strengthens. Neglect it, and it weakens. It's not about intelligence. It's about input, and the right inputs. Hydration, light, stillness, movement, nourishment. Build a brain that remembers, responds, and thrives. But there's another enemy, overstimulation. We live in a noisy world. Notifications, deadlines, constant scrolling. This flood of information creates mental chaos, and over time, it shrinks the hippocampus, the very part of your brain responsible for memory. That's not a guess. That's what brain scans show. Chronic stress, distraction, and multitasking physically wear down the memory center of your mind. So when you say, I can't focus anymore, it's not just a feeling, it's a neurological overload. And yet, you can reverse it. You can train your brain to breathe again, to slow down, to process, to remember. But first, you have to remove the guilt. You're not lazy, you're not broken, you're not behind. You're just overstimulated, undersupported, and misaligned with your brain's natural rhythm. So how do you break through? You start by changing your identity. Stop saying, I'm trying. Start saying, I'm choosing. Choose one small win tomorrow morning. 1 glass of water, 1 deep breath, 1 ray of sunlight. Stack those wins, let them compound. And every time you do, you tell your brain, I'm safe, I'm strong, I remember. You're not someone who forgets. You're someone who's learning to remember again. And that shift is everything. Coming up next, how to turn this routine into a way of life, and the new identity that will keep you sharp, clear, and confident for the rest of your journey. Tomorrow morning, your alarm will go off. And in that moment, you'll face a choice. It won't seem big at first. It never does. But that tiny decision to snooze or rise, to scroll or breathe, to react or choose will determine the quality of your entire day, maybe even the direction of your entire life. Because memory, focus, and clarity aren't just gifts that some people are born with. They are the result of consistent, intentional choices, and those choices become identity. You can't call yourself forgetful if you've hydrated, stretched, and focused your mind with purpose. You can't call yourself scattered when you've started your day with stillness and strength. You become someone new, someone grounded, sharp, and fully present. It won't be perfect. No transformation ever is. Some days you'll forget. Some mornings you'll feel tired, tempted to slip back into old patterns. But that's not failure. That's your mind testing you, asking, is this who you really are now? And you get to answer, not with words, but with action. One deep breath, one glass of water, one positive thought. These are not small things. They are neural signals. They are brain instructions. They are acts of self-respect. The person who forgets is fading. The person who remembers, who chooses clarity, peace, and intention is awakening. And it all starts with a morning routine so simple it almost feels like magic. But it's not magic, it's science, it's structure, it's a decision made repeatedly until it becomes you. And when that shift happens, when your morning becomes your foundation, you'll notice something else. You'll stop feeling so rushed. Your mind will feel calmer. Conversations will become clearer. You'll remember what you read. You'll remember what matters. And most importantly, you'll remember who you are when your mind is finally working with you, not against you. So tonight, as you prepare for sleep, ask yourself a powerful question. Who do I want to be when I wake up? Not someday, not eventually, tomorrow. Because clarity doesn't come from waiting. It comes from choosing, one morning at a time, one moment at a time. And when you rise, don't rush, don't panic, don't grab your phone. Just breathe, drink, move, feel the light on your face. And say this to yourself. Today, I choose clarity. Today, I remember what matters. Today, I am in control. This isn't just a new habit. It's a new identity. You're not trying to fix your memory anymore. You're building a better mind, one morning at a time. And it all begins tomorrow.